Hello everyone, this is Paritosh and welcome to my 16th video in AWS Rated R video tutorial. So in last video we saw how to create a Windows server, and we have also created a new magnetic volume and attached that volume to our Windows server. So in this video we will check how to format our volume with NTFS file system and how to create a new partition drive. So this will be a fun and exciting. So guys, let's get into it. We have to format our volume with the file system NTFS, which is for Windows Server. So we will how we will do it, we just go on we will click on start menu and we will type administrator. So it's we will click on Windows administrative tool and it will open up a page. Here we have to select computer management, and it will also again open a new window. So in the new page we have to select the disk management, and in disk management we can see we have two volumes. One is of 30 GB and another is of 100 GB, the two volume that we have just attached. This root volume is already attached, so it is shown as online, but this volume, the new volume, is still showing offline. So to make it online we have to right click here and click on online, and it is still not initialized, so we will again right click here and click on initialize this disk. So it will ask us to select the disk. This can be MB or GPT. For this we will select MBR and we click on OK, and it's online now, but the disk is still unallocated, so we have to allocate this disk, or just format it with file system NTFS, and we will also provide the name of this partition, like D drive or E drive, whatever we want. So we right click on it and then we click on new simple volume and we click on next. And here if we want just a part of this volume, like if we just want to use 50 GB out of 100 GB, we can allocate the size of the volume, but for this video we will use all the volume. So we click on next. So here we assign the drive name, so you can choose any of the drive name, but I will choose Z. Okay, and then we click on next. So here we can format our volume with any of the file system. There are three: exfact and refs, but for this video we will choose NTFS, and we click on next and we click on finish. Okay guys, so if we see now that our volume new volume is now created. If we go here and check it, so new volume partition name is now Z drive. We have now C drive and Z drive. So if we cancel this, if we'll cancel this again, and you can check now we have now two volume, like two different drive. One is C drive, another is Z drive. Okay, so okay, let's go and create a new file here. So we will just create a new text file. So we will name this text file as crush, because Valentine's Day is very near, so it's good if we will create a new file that's name is crush, and let's say you are beautiful, that everyone wants to say to their crush. So okay, we create a file and inside we write something. So let's suppose in a Z drive we have a file named crush. We can have any data that we want to store in our volume. Okay, so we close and we go to our console. So we go to the volume option again, and what we are going to do, we will now create a backup of our volume 1. So in AWS term we used to say we have to create a snapshot of our volume. That means the backup of our volume. So we click on volume 1. In action we will click on create snapshot. So we will give this snapshot a name. We will say volume snap. We give the description same, volume snap. You can give anything, any of the name, any kind of description, and encryption is not possible because our volume is not encrypted, so the snapshot will not be encrypted. So we click on create. So it will again I think take few moments. Okay, it's already done. So if we will go to snapshot, we can see our snapshot volume is now being created. It is of 100 GB and the status is pending. So we have taken the backup of our volume 1. So while the snapshot is being created, let's create another instance. So we click on instance and we click on launch. We again click on free tier only, and we create a new Windows server. So we will click on Microsoft 2016 server. We will click on T2 micro as it is. We will keep everything as default, and quickly we will try to create a new volume, new instance, and here we will give a tag. It's called name, and the volume we will say it Windows 2 machine. Okay, and we will again give a new name to its root volume. We will call it root 2. Okay, so we will click on configure security group. We again keep our RDP port open, and then we click on review and launch, and we click on launch, and here we select our key pair, which I will select as a key pair name. I acknowledge that I have access, and then we click on launch instance. It will create a new Windows server. So we go and view our instances, so we can check our new volume new instance is now creating. So we have now 2 instances, and with Windows 1 we have 2 volumes, and we have already taken the snapshot of our volume, the extra volume 1. So this root volume, root 2 is the root volume of second instance, root is the root volume of first instance. So this volume v1 is attached right now, it is attached to the Windows 1. We will now let us detach this volume. We will say yes. Now this volume is now detached, and if we will go to our snapshot option, we can check if yes, it's completed, the status is completed. Okay, so we now detached our volume 1, and it's now showing available. That means this volume 1 is now detached from our instance. Now with what we are going to do, we are going to delete this volume. So we will click on action, and we will click on delete volume. We will click yes, delete. Okay, so guys, please remember that we have created a file called crush inside our volume 1, and now we have just deleted our volume. So we will go to a snapshot, and from snapshot we will try to create a new volume. So we will click on action and click on create volume, and from here we can create a new volume. Here we can select any of the volume type. So guys, if you have remembered the volume 1, the volume that we have just deleted was a magnetic volume. So we have created a snapshot from the magnetic volume, and then we can again create any of the volume type from that snapshot. So like this way we can change the volume type also. Okay, so let us say we will try to use general purpose SSD. Okay, and so where is our new instance? So we will go and check if the availability zone of our new instance. So the availability zone of our new instance is also US West 2B. So we will create this volume in US West 2B. Okay, and then we try to add a tag. we say name, and this is volume, so we say this as volume-2 because anyways you can give any name to your volume. I am giving volume-2, and then I click close. Okay, so we go to the volume option to check if our volume-2 is created or not. So now we have created a new volume v2 volume-2, and its state is available. That means it is not attached to any of the instance. Okay, so we go and check our instance. Okay, so this Windows 2 is now running, and status check is also done. So we will now go and attach our volume to our Windows 2. So we click on volume, and we click on volume-2, which is the new volume. We click on action, we click on attach volume, and then we click on instance. It is now showing 2 of our instances. So we will check and select our Windows 2 machine, and we will click on attach. So now you can check that this volume-2 state is now in use. It is now attaching to our second Windows server that we have just created. We go to our instance, and let us try to connect our second Windows instance. We click on win2 win2, and then click on connect, and again we click on download remote desktop file, and we will now again create a new password, and we choose our key pair. So go on, choose your own key pair, and once you choose your key pair, you can click on decrypt password. It will show the new password for the second machine. And as I said guys, the username is always administrator for Windows user, sorry, for Windows server. And we now copy the password, and we click on close. We again go to the file that we have just downloaded, and we double click it to open. And once it gets open, we click on connect, and here we give the password that we have just copied, and then we click on OK, and this will redirect us or just connect us to our new Windows server. So guys, we are now inside our new Windows server, and if we will go to check our volumes, so let us check how many volumes are showing. So it is still showing the C drive. So we again have to format our new volume that we have just attached. So we again go to our start menu and type admin. So we click on Windows Administrative Tool. Here we go to Computer Management, then we go to Disk Management, and here we can check we have 2 volume again, and this the new volume that we have just attached is still showing offline, so we just need to make it online. So as we have already formatted this volume before with the Windows one, so we don't need to do it again. It is already formatted with NTFS, as you can see, and it will start reflecting here. So it says D drive. Okay, so let us go and check if our D drive is available now. Yes, our D drive is now available. If we will go inside our D drive, the crush file is still there, and if we open it, you are beautiful. Yes guys, you all are beautiful. And this is how we just transfer our one volume from one server to another server. So if we just summarize all what we have done in this video, so we have just created Windows 1 server, and we attached a volume in it, and inside that volume we have created a file, and before creating the file we have just formatted it with NTFS file system, and then we have just detached that volume from Windows 1 server, and we take a backup of our volume as a snapshot, and then we have deleted that volume, and with the snapshot we created a new volume of another type, and then we attach it to our Windows 2 machine, and then when we open it, the file is still there. So this is what the concept of volume is. And guys, please remember that the volume can be attached to an instance only when both of them are in the same availability zone. So if instance is in US West 2B, then the volume must be in US West 2B so that we can attach it to our server. And this is exam question, so please keep that in mind. So I think this is all for this video. You guys been really great, and thanks for watching. Please guys, please like and subscribe, and love you all, and see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you.